Hi, this is Cathy for TransByDef, and this week we have, I think, a very interesting question. The question which we have for the week is, who were your role models when you were transitioning? And was it family members? Was it friends? How did you meet them? And who did you pattern your transition after? Well, I'm going to first of all start with who were my role models. Well, until the internet came out, I really felt like I was very much alone. And shortly after YouTube videos started to come into play, I found the site of a young lady by the name of Grishno. She still makes videos and she's still there. I watched her transition. I remember her first videos from the basement of some department store in New York, and I have followed her transition ever since she first started to make YouTube videos and post them. And if there was ever a role model for me, it was probably her. The second role model was an older lady by the name of Steffi, who later had a partner by the name of Stephanie, and I followed Steffi's transition all the way through. I loved the way Steffi gave you steps of how to transition and talked about what she was doing. It made it a whole lot easier for me to transition, and she was really a big role model in my transition. The next role model that I had was, we oftentimes refer to her as Lady V or Lady Vixen, or her on her channel. And for years I followed her transition through, and every now and again she still makes a video, and I rarely ever miss her videos and her words of wisdom. She was so far from me as far as her views on things, but yet she was so similar to me in the fact that she was transitioning, and I really appreciate her input. The other mothering figure which I felt that I ran onto was Jenna of our own TransByDef, and I have listened to a number of her videos and things that she said over the years, and they have helped me in my transition. I've also consulted with lots of other people on YouTube. Most of the information and most of the people which have become my mentors and have helped me through have been from YouTube. The last two people I would like to talk about, the next to last one is a cross-dresser, Vera Wild, who I sometime very early in my transition started to watch her videos, and Vera led me to the point that I knew that I was not a cross-dresser. For years, since I had to suppress it and live as a man and could only dress up as a woman, I felt that I might be a cross-dresser. And even though Vera is a cross-dresser and does a lot of performing, she helped me a great deal because she allowed me to learn about what a cross-dresser was and talked about the many things that went on. The last person, or last two people that I would like to talk about, are Rosie and Jen, who are very active today, putting their entire trans life out in front of us as transgender people to show us what and how nice it is to be transgendered. I remember the first time I ran across one of Rosie's videos when she was explaining how she had been caught cross-dressing when she was living in China or in Singapore or overseas, and how she had been fired. And I have been following her for the period of time that she has been on YouTube, and I think she has been a mentor to me and a person that I look up to. Jen is about the same way. I have followed her for her entire transition on YouTube, and I feel that she has provided me with lots of insight and tips, and I would like to thank the two of them for the direction which they have helped me to go and the things that they've helped me to recognize. I realize I will never be as flowery and never wear the kind of swimming suits the two of them ever wear, but I sure enjoy the words of wisdom which they've given me as a transgendered person over the time they've been making videos. Well, those are the people who were my mentors. They were certainly all YouTube people. I have no family members that I know of that have ever transitioned, and I really don't believe that I patterned my life after anybody. I have wanted ever since I was 14 and 15 to be a woman, and when I finally realized that that was a possibility when I was in my late 50s and the internet, particularly YouTube, came on, and I could see what other transgendered people like Grisno and like Steffi, like Lady Vixen were doing, I realized at that point in time it was possible for me to make that transition and become the kind of person I wanted to be. Well, I want to thank you for letting me spend some time with you this week. If you have a comment, please leave it in the box below. And I hope to see you again next week. I'm getting very close to getting back home, and I'm looking very much forward to the time when I will be back home again, and it's a lot easier to make videos. Well, I'll talk to you later. Bye.